Throughout the world, East and West alike, punishments that are unimaginable by today's standards were once carried out. Japan was no exception. When we think of Japanese punishments, seppuku comes to mind first, but the punishments of the Edo period went far beyond that, often surpassing what you might imagine. After the fierce wars of the Sengoku period came to an end, Japan entered roughly 260 years of relative peace. On the surface, peace reigned, but oppressive rule continued. The frustrated public, seeking an outlet, turned their attention to the stories of criminals. This is because Kabuki plays and Ukiyo-e prints frequently featured criminals as their main theme. And since all of them met their end at the execution grounds, these sites, willingly or unwillingly, became hubs for artistic and performance culture. Since criminals were to be captured alive, the techniques of Jujutsu, originally battlefield combat methods, underwent major transformations and were adapted into arresting techniques. During this era, weapons specialized for capture such as the juta and torimono mitsudogu, as well as rope-tying techniques, hojojutsu, were developed. It was only after being subdued by these means that criminals would be subjected to punishment. Kenjutsu too was deeply influenced. The practice of tameshigiri, test-cutting straw bundles wrapped into tami mats with a sword, is still used in EI and Kenjutsu training today, but its roots lie in the execution grounds of that era. There were even government-appointed officials who tested sword sharpness on criminals, recording rankings of cutting ability. Astonishingly, this official position was passed down through 8 generations. One such executioner reportedly sold certain substances obtained during executions as medicinal products, amassing enormous wealth and building a grand residence near Edo Castle. All executions other than sword test cutting were carried out by people of the lowest social status. On days without executions, many of them survived by begging. Large execution grounds were located along the highways at Edo's northern and southern entrances, serving also as warnings to criminals trying to slip into the city. In particular, at the northern execution grounds, the corpses of the executed were left exposed, torn apart by weasels and dogs, creating scenes like hell itself. People avoided the area unless absolutely necessary. From ancient times in Japan, strange and inexplicable phenomena were attributed to yokai or ghosts, seen as ominous. Moreover, the northeast direction was considered the Kimon, demon gate, an unlucky direction. The northern execution ground lay precisely northeast of Edo, making it a place shunned not only for its sights and smells, but also psychologically, as a cursed site where yokai and ghosts might appear. It was customary to wash severed heads in wells, and the frequent appearance of wells in ghost paintings from this period may not be unrelated. In the late Edo period, some scholars, using Dutch anatomy books brought from overseas, dissected the bodies of criminals at the northern execution grounds. They overturned the then-dominant concepts of traditional Chinese medicine and laid the foundation for the introduction of Western medicine into Japan. Thus, the execution grounds of the time profoundly influenced many aspects of Japanese culture. Today, these former execution sites can still be visited. Visitors can see items once used in executions, giant Jizo statues that watched over the condemned, and massive stone monuments inscribed with sutras for the repose of the executed. In this video, we will visit all of these locations and explore them in depth, shedding light on the hidden side of Japanese culture you may not know. Japan B is a channel that randomly shares information about lesser-known aspects of Japanese culture spanning across various genres.